Hello, everyone, and welcome back to KTV. I am your host here today, India Marks, and I am here with the wonderful Will. Well, let me not say their names. Let them introduce themselves to you. You are, sir.
I am Minister William Buford.
Yes.
This is my daughter.
Grace Buford.
We love Grace. If you don't know Grace, you're getting to know Grace today. But I know Grace personally, and I love her so much. Don't steal my show, though, Grace. You have to promise me you won't steal the show, okay? Okay, so just to get to know you all a little bit more, so how long have you been a partner here at Kingdom?
I believe we're probably going on 5 years now.
Wow.
I believe it is. I guess, it's a good thing. Time goes by fast.
Listen, you don't worry about the numbers no more.
Right,
You just
right.
enjoy. Wow, so what led you to join Kingdom?
I had heard about Kingdom even before coming to this church. By my brother in Detroit, Michigan.
Wow.
He's the minister of music at Perfecting Church.
Okay.
And he's the one who suggested that I check out. He called me one day. You need to go check out that Tim Finley guy in
All
Louisville.
the way in Detroit.
Yeah, all the way in
Wow.
Detroit. And I came here, and actually my first time hearing him speak, I came on a Bible study night. I didn't want to come on a hype.
Yeah, that's the best time to come during Bible study.
Yeah, I just wanted to see like if he's a man of the word. And yeah, he's a preacher's preacher.
Look, it was true.
Yeah, it's true.
He lived up to the expectation.
Right.
We love it. So, what do you love about being a partner here at Kingdom Fellowship? I know it's hard to find.
It's a lot. I mean, one of the things that I like about Kingdom is just not about the four walls. Kingdom is about way outside of these four walls. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm talking politics, going home to home, street. I mean, it's just wow. Like, oh, so this is not about just
Yeah.
East Broadway. I forgot the number address, but you get what I'm saying.
324.
Yeah, 324 East Broadway. Yeah, I got so many addresses going on in my head, like a social security card or something. But, that's just one of the things that I love about it's also, and it's about Tim Finley, Pastor Finley too. Is he's young, he's relevant, but he still has an old-fashioned way about him, that's what grabbed me right there. Just like, you still teaching the Holy Ghost. That's what grabbed me right there. It's like, we're going to be relevant. But we're still gonna say you need the Holy Ghost.
Yep.
That would grab me right there. It's like, oh really?
Man.
Oh, that's where you at? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that because a lot of times we think when we see younger pastors, it's that immediate thought like, oh, it's about to be watered down and washed. They don't got no oil no more. All these things. And when you see someone who was really called, it's like, no, that it's still in there that you need the Holy Ghost. You have to be, called and all these things. And it just hearing it, like how about the power of Jesus, the blood still works and all those things. And for me personally, it's how I grew up, and I'm assuming same for you.
Exactly.
And it's just like when you hear that, it's just like, oh, okay, like you said, like, wow. So not only are you young, but you're really doing this thing, and you're really listening to the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
So I can stick with that. I can get with that. So you, Miss Gracie Grace, what do you love about Kingdom Fellowship?
I like like
The kids corner.
Kids Corner.
What about Kids Corner? What do you love about Kids Corner?
That I can understand what they're saying.
So they make it make sense to you. It doesn't just, you're like, oh, I understand this. I like this. That's awesome. Who's your favorite teacher down in Kids Corner?
Miss Shanrika.
Miss Shanrika. Shout out to Miss Shanrika. Shout out to Minister Shanrika. We love you. You have a fan. No, we love the other teachers too. Go ahead and tell them. So you love them too. But we're talking about Minister Shanrika right now. Yes, we love that. So, as some of you, if you do not know, we have our Kids Corner, our children's ministry, and it's funny you said that because other children that have came up here and talked about Kids Corner has said the same thing. That they look, she said, "Huh, really?" Yes, how they love how it makes sense to them. So when you go down there, you're having a good time, but what they're saying is making sense to you, and you're able to take that for yourself. So I love that. Thank you for being confident and bold to say that. Yes, I love that so much. So just to get to know you all a little bit better, what is a ministry that you're a part of? Now, I know you personally, so what I want you to say, you may not say, but what is a ministry you are a part of here at Kingdom and why?
Well, I am part of the music ministry.
Mm-hmm.
I am the drummer here at Kingdom Fellowship. I love it, the music ministry here, which is another thing that attracted me here.
Yes.
I am a lover of gospel music. Well, I should say it's good gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
And upon coming here, it was just like, oh my God, it was just, my ears were so happy.
Wow.
If your ears could smile,
Wow.
mine was. But yeah, I'm a part of the music ministry here. And I haven't had it in a long time, but it's a breath of fresh air playing here at Kingdom Fellowship.
Wow.
It's, I honestly, not just saying that.
Right.
It's like, it brings me back the passion that I have for playing drums. So it's like, okay, there we go.
Yeah. So with that, it goes into my question, but I'll say it like this. Would you say that's considered something that's a necessity in ministry that needs to be there?
Definitely. Definitely. It helps a ministry in so many ways. Just good music. I mean, you can't just be putting any and everything up there. You gotta have it. You got it. And the fact that they actually care. Because I remember people really didn't care. And it's just like, and I can't get gray hair, so my skin would just turn gray. But oh, well, my beard. Thank you.
Look, she said, don't forget.
But yeah, things like that would stress me out. And it's just like, because you just didn't care. And I just, So when I came here and I seen that they care, not just about music. They cared about very, very like minute details that, people would just think like,
Wow.
I mean, they would dust off the seats and just, you didn't dust the seats? Oh my God. And it was just like, y'all made a big deal off of that. And it's not, to me, it wouldn't be that serious. So I just really just was like,
that's love.
I love this church. Yeah.
That's love. That is love. That is love, Minister Will. When you can be a part of a ministry that cares about the ministry, but they all have passions of their own within that ministry, but they all understand this is for God. So if we're going to do it, we have to do it right. We have to come correct.
Exactly.
And if you have not, if you're watching this and haven't heard our replay sermons or been in the physical church, our music ministry is top tier. I will stand here and say it. I'm biased. I love Kingdom, but I can definitely say it is top tier. When y'all go, and you always hear I be looking, he'll be back there in the booth like going do, and I'm like, yo, we have the best music ministry. It is top tier. I love it. Even when we have concerts, Kingdom, for one point when COVID hit, we not as much, but we were known for our concerts. Playing music. When people would come, we would have local gospel artists come and play, and it would be packed out. People knew our praise team was going to come correct, and our music ministry was going to come correct every time. So shout out to our music ministry. We love everyone that is a part and that is doing everything that needs to be done to really lift up the name of Jesus and make sure that it's being filled with praise. Grace, why are you giving us the side eye?
You're just giving me the side eye, and I don't even know what for.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about you some more, Grace. What ministries are you a part of here at Kingdom? What ministries have you volunteered in?
The dance ministry.
The dance ministry. There's one more.
The kids ministry.
Oh, well, that's 3.
Drama.
Yes. See, I was going to feel some kind of way because I got to work with her in that ministry. And I loved you so dearly. So Grace, don't make off camera. You have to make us look good. We work together. Don't put me out. No, I'm playing. But yes, so Grace is involved in so many ministries. And you mentioned the dance ministry first. What do you love about the dance ministry?
Give me more time to do something on the weekends to keep me occupied.
Okay, so you like to be able to do things on the weekends that you can still be with your family in church and do something that you love to do. Do you love dancing? She said, I love that. So tell us about your experience in the drama ministry. How was that for you?
Great.
Great. What part did you have?
I was an angel in the Levolution Live.
Oh, was there any more? In the other plays, I forgot what other role she played.
She's active. That's how you know you have a
She's
long
very
resume.
active.
When you can't even listen. Y'all can go and watch the playback and see it for yourselves and see how
Right.
good she was. Okay, Oscar nominated. So questions here just to get to know you a little bit better. So what are you looking forward to in the next 2 months, whether it's here in ministry, in your personal life? Look,
Like I gotta tell her
Grace.
to answer. What I'm looking for here, I have to be more active, and so it's like I'm kind of pushing myself to go as far as I can past just playing drums. We all know
Ooh.
that's my ministry, or should I even say that's my baby?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you can get so comfortable just playing drums, but it's just like I know God has called me to more, and so it's just like let me go ahead and get more stuff done
Wow.
because I can really get comfortable behind a set of drums. But I know within myself, and some of y'all know, God has called me to more. So yeah, I just need to do more ministry, more even street witnessing. Just being a witness for Christ. Sometimes you catch me on the job just witnessing, but then it's just like I need to stop letting it just slide. Sometimes I just let things slide. Like, okay, I'll catch them next time. But
Don't we do that? Don't we do that? We hear God speaking and it's just like, oh, I can come back. And then you feel that conviction of like, dang, I wish I would have.
Exactly.
And then you're like, nope, let me come back.
Exactly.
And pray an opportunity to get it right the next time. I love that, how that's just your vision for yourself and goal for yourself. Recently, you came out of KMA, right? And
Right.
I was there for their initial sermons, and I loved yours.
Oh Lord.
Look. I loved it. So when he's talking about how he's really understanding and choosing to say yes to God, going further and thinks he's calling him, he is telling the truth. Okay, he is more than just a drummer. You brought a powerful word. He's also a comedian, y'all. He is the funniest person outside of Rashad. He's our comedian too. But Brother Will is hilarious. You are hilarious without trying. He's being cool, calm, and collected right now.
That's what I'm always.
Always throwing a joke, making us laugh. And we love it, because it's a part of, what a lot of people say in these interviews, how Kingdom has so much love. And I love that because people are themselves. We're authentic. We're comfortable in that. And for you, you love making people laugh. Even I'm sure you may not be having a good day, but you're still going to make a little joke, smile at someone, make someone laugh. You're like, oh, there go Will. And, it brings joy to other people. So I'm glad that you're comfortable in that. And you're honest in it, and you're realizing, like, this is who I am. This is what I got to do. So with that being said, each year we participate in Levolution. And we always shout out people that we care about or someone we want to pay homage to. So as Levolution, even though that season that we do it has passed, we want to keep it going because we want to promote love here at Kingdom. Is there anyone that you want to pay homage to or shout out and say for you?
It's two of my favorite people here at Kingdom. I love everybody. I try to, literally. But Devonair and Stacey Brooks. Like, those are my people. Devonair is also my boss. So maybe I should, Devonair, you know. But
you heard it here first.
Right.
Heard it here first about the Devonair.
Hey, just call me. But no, actually I do. I like them. One of the things I like about Devonair is he's the same in church.
Wow.
And at work.
Wow.
Stacy, his wife, just has such a sweet spirit.
Sweet spirit.
And you just love her sweet spirit. And you just like, oh, you know.
You can't deny it.
Yeah, but Devonair that's my boy right
Wow.
there. Yeah, my boy, Blue.
I love that. How many people can say that they go to church with their boss, that they go to church with their coworkers, and can say that they are the same inside of here, uplift the name of Jesus, and outside of the four walls?
Yeah, it took a lot of, I preached to him a lot. You know, I drew him, no, I didn't.
Look, come on.
Right. She said,
Don't lie. Don't lie. Jesus don't like you.
No, he
Jesus
don't.
don't like me?
Not to get the Holy Ghost, so I'm over
Look, lay hands, Grace.
it. Didn't feel nothing.
But yes, now Stacy and Brother Devonair and Sister Stacy are wonderful people. They are wonderful people. I love them. Maybe we can interview them next. Because beep beep. Because I love speaking with them. So yes, shout out to them. That's who he wants to pay homage to and love to. So make sure, y'all run this back in here as many times as you need to remember that you are loved here at Kingdom. You are loved here at Kingdom. Will said it first. I said it second. And Gracie, you coming in third on that? You coming third on that? Okay. Is there anyone that you want to pay homage to, or in particular here at Kingdom? Devin and Devon, yes, and that's actually your favorite Kids Corners teacher, Minister Shanrika, her two wonderful, beautiful children, Devin and Denier. I said Devin, Devon.
Devin and Devon, yeah.
What do you want to say about them?
They're actually really fun.
And interesting, fun and interesting.
Fun and interesting. Well, she loves them dearly. I know they'll be happy to hear their names come here at KTV. So it's been a wonderful time interviewing you both. I'm glad that I had the opportunity to do it. We need to have a stand-up session and let you just come and just crack jokes for the church to keep us laughing. Okay. But yes, it's been such an amazing time. I thank you both for being here. Thank you, Grace. She didn't take over my show this time, so that's good. Look. So yes, we're thankful, and we love everyone that has watched. We hope that this helped you in some way and you got to know more about our partners here. Again, we thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time. This has been KTV. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to KTV. I am your host today, India Marks, and I'm here with the lovely Ashbys. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let us know who you are. I'm about to say who you is, but who you are. Look, he's like, who's going first? Ladies first, ladies first.
Okay. I'm Kristen Combs Ashby, but affectionately known as Christy around the church.
Minister.
Minister
Ah.
Christy. Right.
And of course, I'm Derek Ashby, known as Christy's husband most of the time. No definition of who I am, I guess.
That's why we're here, though. That's why we're here today. We're going to find out
The
who Brother
foolishness.
Derek really is. Awesome. So, so what do you do outside of church, outside of Kingdom?
Outside of Kingdom, I am a 5th grade teacher at Kingdom Montessori. It has been a challenging year. A good year, but a challenging year. Just kids coming off of NTI and getting adjusted with coming back into the school building and in the routine of doing what they're supposed to do, opposed to I can do what I want to do at home. So, yeah.
That is very true. Dang. So what was that transition like, coming back from home and then, because they went home, NTI, then came back into the school.
Right. So a lot of my kids, they went home 3rd graders and came back to the school 5th graders. Some of my kids did not even come back when we had that last year, when we had that small time to come back into the school after March. Some of my kids went home 3rd graders and came back 5th graders. So they haven't been in school in almost 2 years. And it's like,
Wow.
oh, so I can't just go to the bathroom when I get ready, or I can't just, no, you're back in school, can't do that. So some adjustments have been hard, but a lot of them are glad to be back with their friends, because they couldn't really talk to their friends on UTI. But
That is true. So as I said before, we pay homage to the nurses, but we pay homage to our teachers that are taking care of your children, getting them into a routine that will benefit them for the future. So let's make sure we keep our teachers and our school systems uplifted, because that is challenging. I can barely get through babysitting a couple kids for a few hours. So I can only imagine that load. But it's beautiful to have you because you love what you do.
Yes.
And I think it makes it easier for the kids.
yeah, I think I recently had to change subjects. I was teaching social studies and science, and I had to go to language arts, and they were like, but no, we need you back as our social studies science teacher, because of course I'm creative. I like to do all type of stuff, and they was like, we don't get to do the experiments and stuff like we was doing, because we did everything. We made videos and all that. So
Wow.
and now I had to go back to, we still have fun in language arts, but I have to do more structure in language arts. And social studies and science is a little bit more free.
Yeah, that is true. Language arts is still. This is the kind of teacher you have when you grow up and you remember them and you come back and like, do y'all remember teacher such and such? I used to always. And this was a teacher that you come back. So I pray that for you, that when those kids grow up, they will remember you and they will come back and share with you their life and how you impacted them. Because I know you are. She impacts a lot of people here at Kingdom. So I know she's doing it there in that school. Thank you for sharing that. So for you, Brother Derek Ashby, what do you do outside of church?
Well, I'm a haberdasher by trade. Manage a suit store, and so it's kind of what I do during the daytime. And then at night, I manage a restaurant.
Awesome. Well, check the fit, y'all. It's tailored. It's very tailored. So check the fit. Yes. So what else do you do outside of church?
Well, I work with a ministry called HR Ministries, and with that, we go inside of jails and prisons, winter layout. We also do Job Corps and stuff like that. Kind of meet where the need is. Yes, ma'am.
I love that. So earlier he mentioned how he's the it guy in church, the IT guy. And I love how he's like the in church and outside of church. He is going to fit the need where it is needed to be met. So I love that. Are there any closing remarks you want to add?
If we have any new dancers, anybody that wants to dance, we're open. Not him. Not him. But anybody else that might want to come to the dance team, we have rehearsals on Saturdays from 10 to 12 and Monday nights from 6:30 to 8. And it's open for if you want to learn how to flag or whatever. I'm open.
She's open. So yes, if you feel the need, you want to dance and you want to serve for God, you want to serve God and really dance. Well, we don't want to say dance your butt off for God, but dance your shoes off for the Lord. You can come and join the dance ministry. Any closing remarks for you, Brother Derek?
Yes, I do want to say I'm going to get on the dance team. I don't care what she says. I will be flagging at some point. But honestly, all jokes aside, my name is Brother Derek, not Christy's husband. I am a husband, but I'm Derek first.
Brother Derek. Brother Derek.
You don't have a name. You don't have a name.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, like I said, I've had an amazing time with you all, and I hope you all were able to learn something about our partners here, the Ashbys. Remember, this is Brother Derek. Okay, this is Brother Derek. So thank you all for tuning in to yet another series, another episode of KTV.
Welcome back to the Wealth Builder Movement. So we have had a wonderful panel on the state of Black wealth. We have been able to hear about financial asset planning 101. And now I want to talk about legacy wealth and what it is, how do you generate it, and how do we make sure that we understand wealth isn't really built in one generation. It takes at least 3 to get it going. So I'm excited to be here with my panelists today. We have none other than Samuel Ellis and Chelsea Ellis Hogan with us today. Father-daughter duo. So these individuals to me just truly represent the legacy wealth concept. And we're not even only talking about legacy wealth in terms of what's passed on, we're talking about legacy wealth in terms of a whole business being passed on. So we're talking about generational entrepreneurship. So I'm going to kick right off and get right into it because I know, time goes by quickly. And I really want to start with you, Samuel. And I want you to just kind of walk us through the journey of how you came to enter into the wealth perspective, maybe via entrepreneurship, starting out the company.
Right, yeah, it started a long time ago. And in high school, I went to a class, a business class, and when I was in that class, it just changed everything for me because I realized that I could start my own business and I didn't have to worry about anyone telling me when to come, when to go, how much money I made, none of that. And I didn't think college was for me. So that's where it started at, right in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were an entrepreneur early on,
Yeah.
right out the gate.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, so tell us about, I'm sure then came the family. I'm sure.
Right.
And so when was the first time that you really thought about wealth in the context of your family and what you wanted to maybe leave to your kids? How young were you when that thought occurred?
Yeah, I thought about it very young. My parents were poor. We lived in the West End, Shawnee area, and I made a decision that I wasn't going to stay poor, and that the only way that I would be able to create wealth for my family was being an entrepreneur and work very hard. And that's where it started at. And I started my first business was a mail order business, and because I didn't know anything about business. So I just did whatever I could, read anything I could read about business, and it started from there. It just kept, knowledge is very powerful. Knowledge changed my life.
Wow. And then how did you end up getting into Jim Reynolds' asphalt contractor business? Tell me about that, the generation of that.
Yeah, the industry is the pavement maintenance industry. So I started a company called True Service, which was a maintenance company for the pavement maintenance industry. And I owned a parking lot sweeping business for 17 years. I sold that company in 2007-8 for $1.3 million. I decided the rest of my life I wanted to be able to teach people about entrepreneurship, how I was able to create wealth for myself from being a poor black guy in the West End. And so I started doing videos online. My mom reached out to me because my uncle Jim Reynolds got sick, and she told me, "Hey, can you watch out to my brother's business while he's sick?" And then I said, yeah. And then when I went to his business, it was amazing. I saw something. And then I was thinking about my daughter. She's graduated from high school, and I knew that she had that entrepreneur spirit as well, because I've been teaching my children from infancy about business. And I had that father-daughter talk with her and said, what do you want to do with your life? She said, well, Dad, I want to go into business for myself. She said, I don't know what, but I want to go into business for myself. So I gave her options. I said, you can work with me in my online business, or you can start working with me with your uncle's business. And she took the second, because nobody knows about online marketing. So she took the second option, and that's what really started Jim Reynolds, because of her. That's why I decided to take that business on and grow that business.
Wow. So Chelsea, you got, choose your own adventure.
Right, yep.
But I know that Jim Reynolds is not your first rodeo either, as young as you are, and that you have been a serial entrepreneur from a very young age. So before we get into that Jim Reynolds line, right, which is you, there's a lot to unpack there.
Right,
Can you tell me about the very first business, that you started, kind of this one aspect of generational wealth, this generational knowledge. So how did you flip that generational knowledge? What was your first business?
Definitely. So I would say my very first business, I don't even know if my father knows about it. When Craigslist first started, I got on there and I created an ad for a lawn care service. Because I was like, I want to just start a business. I want to see if somebody's going to reach out to me. And I probably was maybe freshman in high school at that time. So I was really young when I did that. But I was, I just always knew I wanted to be in business because I was always around my parents. So I always got to join them, when they went out and bidded on jobs or when they were doing interviews. I was able to kind of see those processes happen, and it just made me love it because even my father, he was able to have an office at home. So if I needed to go to see my father, all I had to do was go downstairs. I didn't have to call him, and see if he's at work or a job that he was at. So it started really, really young.
Wow. So did you envision that you would one day be CEO of Jim Reynolds Asphalt Company? And as a black female, which I do not want to overlook this, although you are killing the game, it is very difficult for women in general in the construction industry, but then on top of it being a black female, but then it's a little bit different when you own your own company.
Definitely.
So tell us about that dynamic.
Definitely. So I always was raised around the home improvement and construction industry. So because of that, I was comfortable with it, but I really didn't know a lot about asphalt though. So I always knew that I was going to be in business, but I never knew that it was going to be the Jim Reynolds Asphalt, business that I would take over. But as my dad mentioned, when he started mentoring me after high school, I just started testing out things, seeing if I liked, the asphalt business, see if I like marketing, sales, and different things like that. And ended up just falling in love with the whole business structure that was in place, and just being able to work with him. And then my great uncle at the time, I enjoyed the whole process of learning and having them as my mentors.
Wow, that's amazing. So going back to you, Samuel, in terms of kind of this, you give Chelsea an option, choose your own adventure. And she chose to go the asphalt route, right? Not the online route. But when you think about other investments and things beyond just entrepreneurship, because we know that wealth is generated predominantly from entrepreneurship, stock market investment, or real estate investment. Can you talk about, is there more to your wealth journey? Were there other aspects of your story that you wanted to pass on to your kids?
Yes. It was way back in my journey. I was connected with about 4 black guys, and we created a organization called Generous Performance, and it was an investment club. And we wanted to talk about real estate and stocks. And so we bought this program from a guy named Carlton Sheets to teach us how to buy real estate with little or no money. And I really fell in love. I got in that course, I listened to the tapes, and I actually applied what I learned, which those guys didn't. And I bought my first piece of real estate at the age of 23 years old. Wow. And that changed everything for me, because the real estate only cost me $11,000, And I went in and worked and got it together, and I sold it for $79,000. And that was the journey. So one of the things that I teach my kids is to take in knowledge, just listen and learn, apply it, and then share with other people. That is the key to success. And that's what Chelsea's been doing. She's been taking in knowledge from me, and then now she has branched out and taken in knowledge for other people. She applies it, and then she shares it. And the same thing I'm still doing today. And so real estate changed my life. And the other thing that I teach my kids is money knowledge, because the education system has failed us when it comes to money and how money works. And they teach us about everything else, reading, writing, math, but they don't teach us about money. And so when I started studying about money in 2013, money attracts to you opportunities. So that's how I learned about cryptocurrency. Because I would have never known anything about cryptocurrency if I wasn't studying the trail of money and how money works.
Wow. So when we think about cryptocurrency, which is a fascinating topic for me, I got to have you back on a whole segment on cryptocurrency. But when I think of generational wealth, and I always think, especially in our community, sometimes we much more conservative because, you know, we haven't had generations of wealth. But cryptocurrency, you know, that's not necessarily a conservative move, but it's a visionary move.
Yeah.
And so can you talk about, you know, what advice would you give to other individuals that are, hey, you know, maybe I'm starting late to the generational wealth game, or maybe I've been here already, but, you know, I'm trying to figure out, should I get into some areas that are relatively new? And specifically the cryptocurrency, can you describe, you know, kind of how you got into that space and, you know, any thoughts for people around that?
Yeah, because one of the things that one of our philosophies in business is that our business is our foundation. It's where we generate income from. But it doesn't create wealth for us. It's the investments after the investment that creates wealth for us. So we have a philosophy that we take this money and we move it. Money is designed to move. It is not designed to stay in one place. So we take that money and we move it to other places. And that's where the wealth comes in at. And so we teach our children and our children's children the same philosophy. And hopefully they take that knowledge and pass it down. Because I've learned one thing about money is that money can come and it can go. Just like the money that's happened in some of these countries at a war. People have generated a lot of wealth, but it could go in overnight. But nobody can take your knowledge away from you. So if you can generate wealth before, you can do it again and again and again. What happened in 2008 when the financial bubble hit? A lot of people, Caucasians alike, lost a lot of money. But those same people that I know then, they're wealthy again.
Wow.
Because of knowledge.
Wow.
Money knowledge.
Wow. So Chelsea, I have saved the last question for you. I want to know, you have learned from, you know, your father how to generate wealth. You have been doing it for a long time. Are you, you know, you're now Chelsea Ellis Hogan. So my question to you is, are you already thinking, or have you been already thinking before you got married about generational wealth and what you want to leave on to the next generation? And what is that?
Definitely. So I've always thought about generational wealth just because I was so blessed with amazing parents who thought about it. So I realized that it gave me that leverage to be able to have a step ahead in my journey. So if I have that step ahead, why not give it to the other people around me, the people who are coming after me? So with that, I've always had it in my mind. And like my father said, I always use the technique of just teaching people what it is I'm learning and trying to give others the example too of, hey, if I can do do it, you definitely can do it too. So I'm always sharing just knowledge, information, and just giving people opportunity. It's even like people at young ages. So my nephew, baby Mike, he's only 3 years old, but he goes out and does estimates. And anytime I'm on the phone, he asks, Chelsea, are you at the garage? Chelsea, are you doing estimates? So he's already catching on at a young age. And those things truly matter because when you get older and when you become in your adulthood, the kids are going to look at that and think, okay, what did my mom do? What did my aunt do to create income? And they'll see we have a business that we can use in order to create that. So
wow, I love that. And I love that your viewpoint extends beyond just kids that you might have, that you're looking at the totality of your family and thinking generation, just like the millennials are a generation. We're not all related, but we're a generation. And so you're really, honing in on that concept that generational wealth is not just about mom to dad to son to daughter and then going on and on. It's about your whole family across the spread and even extend into your community.
Exactly.
So, wow, I'm so glad I had the both of you on here. Our time is up, but I know that I have to have you both back, perhaps in solo interviews in the future. And thank you all for joining us for this evening of Wealth Builder Movement. Stay tuned.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Let the Redeemer of the Lord say so. Somebody shout yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hey, y'all, don't Pastor look funny when he does this?
Yes, but hey, don't Sister Pound Cake look funny when she starts jumping up and down like this? Yeah. But did y'all see Mother Crockett when she did this? Thank you, Lord. She almost hit me.
I think she hit everybody.
Oh.
Hey, guess who I am?
I don't know, Marianne. Who?
Deacon Fox. He always has a set of keys. I think he has a way to get into every door of the church.
But who is this? I hate Deacon Fox. I think his breath stink. Who is that? It's my mama. She don't like him. She said his breath stink. She don't like him.
But, Deacon Fox's breath does stink. I like Tooth the Fox. She always is like, come here, sugar. I got some candy for you. She always likes to give me peppermints.
She need to give some of them peppermints to Deacon Fox. Oh. Y'all see Mother Crockett when she not praising? Why do her face always look like this?
I don't know. Maybe it's her feet. She's always walking around like her feet hurt, like this.
Ooh, but guess who's this? I hate Mother Crockett. I wish she would stay out of my business. Who is it? My mama! She don't like her either. Oh, well, my mama told my daddy we be at the church too much. He said we need to stay home sometimes.
Wait, Omni, why don't your daddy come to church anymore?
I don't know. Mama and daddy, they be fighting sometimes. I heard him tell her that all church peoples is fake. Oh. Yeah. Why? I don't know. I like coming to church. Yeah. But I don't like it when they fight, though. Oh. Well, maybe that's something that grown-ups do sometimes. I saw this Deacon Fox and Sister Fox fighting in the parking lot one time, and then they got in their car and drove off. Really? Yeah.
I don't know if Jesus would be happy with all this fighting in church. My Sunday school teacher told me that she said that Jesus wants us to all love each other.
I don't know. I get confused sometimes. Yeah.
Marriott.
Oh.
Omni. Radisson. Y'all come on. Y'all need to go ahead and go use the bathroom so we can go to the sanctuary for church. The evening service.
Wait, Radisson? why didn't your mama bring your brother to church today?
Yeah.
Because I guess he got too big and he told my mama, I'm too big and I'm not coming no more.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get big then.
Right? I can't either, so I can tell mama the same thing he did.
I'm tired of this church.
Come on, y'all, let's go.
I don't wanna.
Okay. Is that not loud down there? Is it too loud? Yeah. I'm hearing like 2 or 3 voices that are a little higher octaves. They're gonna be like, who's this woman interviewing? We saw her with a whole blonde wig on last week. I look like a little girl, my little headband on today. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Do what it do.
How has your experience been at Kingdom? Tell us about you.
Yeah.
You know, a little pinky toe information. What
Pinky
you
toe.
You know, what you want to share?
Sure.
Oh, God.
Sure, God, silly.
Get this laugh out
I don't know. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Look, they know they can't tell nobody to be quiet from this balcony like
Right.
this.
Hey.
They're gonna look and keep on going.
Right. Throw a little musical shout in there too. They like, oh, okay. So they trying to stop. Hey, you can't do it. They go right in.
Marcus, now that really happened.
I'll be so dead.
I'll be looking for it.
Yeah. They said let everything, huh? Yes.
Somebody just laid out.
Right, just laid out.
Drunk in his spirit, totally.
Right.
Be here to the custodian. Oh, you can move, Dad?
So what side you want?
It don't matter. Okay. I say, keep me holy now. I'm trying to show secrets. Keep me holy.